Guys, welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. We are once again joined by Tommy. Tommy, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. How are you guys?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Yeah, well, we're all good. We spoke to you last, didn't we, just after you won your British title, and you were over the moon, rightfully so. How does it feel now time's passed?
Um, just same as always. To be honest, it's always same. Like after your box, whether you've won a title or not, you're always on cloud nine for a couple of days, or But I mean, the main thing with the last fight, when we winning the British title, I had that Lonsdale belt, so for like 2 or 3 weeks, I was living my normal life. I weren't. It weren't like I were out partying and stuff like that. I don't do that anyway. So I was back in the gym training, but I was just getting messages just left, right, and centre. Oh, can you come up and show us belt? And I went to loads of gyms and things. Loads of gyms had me in, and showing the belts to the kids and stuff like that. So I had a good 2 or 3 weeks of that, and really enjoyed it. Met some nice people, and it's good to good to give things back like that, because I can always remember professionals coming in our gym, when I was younger, and seeing the belts and listening to the stories and stuff, and it really does like inspire you when you're young. So hopefully a few youngsters have seen my Lonsdale belt and what I've achieved, and hopefully they're setting their stall like them.
Yeah, that's it. And fingers crossed, maybe even that will inspire them to end up British or even, who knows, world champion one day.
Yeah, hopefully, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Well, like I said, I had a good
weight class.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Who knows if I'm still boxing in, I don't know, another 10 years or something, I might have some little whippersnapper wanting me belts, who I've actually inspired. Who knows?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Be a good story, wouldn't it? So you're deep into the camp now, aren't you, with your fighting on Friday? How's training been going?
Yeah, well, I mean, camp's pretty much done. What are we, like 4 days away now? So, it's just been business as usual. Like I said, straight after the fight. I don't know whether it was probably about a week after the last fight when I last spoke to you guys. So, like I said, I had like a week off, just resting. But then I probably still did a few runs and stuff then, so you can't keep me out of the gym. So I was straight back in, and then I went down to see Dennis, and just to see what the plan was. And he had this date, December 17th in Sheffield. So I was well up for getting another fight in, before Christmas. And then a few weeks after that, I was training, and he ended up getting me the shot at the Commonwealth flyweight title. So I was over the moon with that, and that just really gave me that extra buzz in training. I was going for another title, hopefully finishing the year off with another belt and kind of unifying the British and the Commonwealth. And it'd be my second Commonwealth title. I'd be a two-time two-weight Commonwealth champion. So that really got me excited. So then all the weeks of training's been done, and unfortunately something happened with the opponent. We had an opponent about 9 weeks out from the fight. And then through, I don't know whether it's through visa issues or whatever with licensing or whatever's happening in the world right now, we lost that opponent last week. So they were trying to get me someone, but things haven't quite worked out for me to box for the Commonwealth next Friday. So I'll just be doing an 8-round contest. But with the way things have been, and losing numerous opponents, I just want to box now. I just want to box. So I just want to get in there, get the job done, because I've been a long time training now. So I'll be happy when I'm in there on Friday night, and
I mean, obviously, Sorry, I was going to say, obviously, you've touched on the fact that your opponent has changed and it's going to be an 8-rounder. With the change of opponent, have you had to change anything in your training for this opponent, or has it just been business as usual?
Yeah, literally just business as usual. I mean, I hadn't really had time to change anything. You know, we got this new opponent like yesterday or the day before. You know, so it's been a last minute, but I'm used to it. I'm used to it. You know, this is going to be my 17th professional fight. You know, and I've had this happen before. It's nothing new. You know, I've had opponents going through at the last minute, and then you know, I'd had a change round. You know, so that's just part of boxing, you know. And I think if you're a professional boxer, all you've got to do is work towards the date you've got, and just kind of accept the fact that you're never really boxing an opponent until you stood in that ring and they're bang opposite. You know, until then, anything can happen in this game. Anything can happen. So you know, fingers crossed. You know, we've got a fight next Friday. You know, and like I said, it's just going to be, you know, kind of a tick over fight. But saying that, I've put a lot of work in, you know, over these past, you know, 9-10 weeks since my last fight. You know, so I'm not going to be overlooking anyone. I'm going to be, you know, blinkers on as always, and just basically just focusing on putting in a solid performance, finishing the year with a good win, and setting up a massive 2022.
For sure.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And like you've been going about hard and work in the gym. Have you got any new methods, seeing as like your career is growing, the stakes are getting higher, and like each fight now seems bigger than the last? So is there anything you thought, Joe, I'm going to try that in the gym?
I'll be honest with you, no, not really, not really. Do you know what I mean? I don't. You know, I always said I never really have training camps, you know, because I'm always in the gym all year round. You know, I was in the gym like the day after the last fight, just having a little stretch and stuff. But you know, even when I haven't got a date coming up, you know, I like to train. I get a bit not anxious, but I feel like something's wrong if I'm not training. You know, if like on my rest days, like on Sundays, although it's nice to have a rest, my head's always ticking because I'm not training. You know, so training kind of puts my mind at rest. So you know, I'm always in the gym all year round and just working on different things. You know, and it's not really just going through the motions like every day. You know, do this at that time and this at that time. You know, I have my basic routine and stuff like that, but you know, it's not. It's I think a lot of fighters can kind of overcomplicate stuff and say, oh, you know, I need to be putting an hour in on this and this. But I just think if you're in the gym every day working on your craft, kind of all round, you know, and you're sparring, you know, different people, and you know, one day, you know, I might just do, you know, I might do 6-round sparring, but Glenn might just have his kind of tech sparring or something like that, you know, where you're landing a certain amount of jabs and a certain amount of right hands, and just kind of working on stuff. And you know, I'm always like watching old fighters on YouTube. You know, if I see an old fighter do something, I might try it in the gym that night in sparring and stuff like that. So you know, to be honest, it's just been like the same routine. You know, just hard work, and just learning every day, and just enjoying my training, and enjoying my food and everything. So yeah, it's been good.
No, for sure. And obviously, you mentioned that, you know, this fight won't be for the Commonwealth. Is that going to be perhaps the plan early 2022, maybe? After this fight, is that I suppose what's next for you? Fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I heard. You know, the last time I spoke to Dennis, you know, that was the plan. You know, so we'll get this fight out of the way, and that'll see me into the new year with hopefully, you know, a good performance. And then, you know, in the first, you know, quarter of 2022 or whatever, we'll hopefully get the Commonwealth title fight on. Who with that, I don't know, but you know, I'm sure there's some you know, there's some good domestic fights out there to be made next year, and hopefully, you know, make a bit of a splash, you know, in the flyweight division, and that's the plan basically.
Yeah,
definitely sounds like a promising 2022 then.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, like I said, after the last fight being for the British, I was absolutely over the moon with that. Because the two fights before that, with how they went. If I'm honest with you, if I were just finishing this year with a win or two, just kind of rebuilding, which is normally what fighters have to do after losses, I'd have been happy, but I've rebuilt with a British title, so I couldn't be happier, so like I've said, whatever's happened, with this Commonwealth title fight, that's happened, that I don't worry about things that I can't control. I only worry about what's in my control, and all that's in my control is basically, my training and staying focused on beating whoever's in front of me. So I've got a fight next Friday, and all I need to do is, make sure that I put in a good performance and see this year out. And then, like I said, hopefully just setting up a big 2022.
Talking obviously of the fight on Friday. Firstly, for those watching, are there still tickets available? And if so, where would they go to get those?
Yeah, so as always, I've been selling tickets. I always like to sell tickets because I've got a good following. From Sheffield. People that are spending their hard-earned money to come and support me, and they always have. To be fair, a lot of them have been coming since my debut. So a massive thank you to them. So I'll be selling tickets probably up until Wednesday next week. So if anyone wants any tickets, get in contact on my Instagram or something like that, and I can sort you some tickets out. Yeah,
that's brilliant. And is that the Ponds Forge Arena in Sheffield? But as we're winding down a bit here, I just want to touch on when we spoke last time. It was really good to hear you talk about how much loyalty means to you with your trainer Glyn and with your promoter Dennis Hobson. And now you're reaching these heights in your career. It must be a really good feeling to kind of repay everyone around you with these big fights, and you're bringing in the numbers now, and like you say, bringing in the fans.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully that's just going to keep growing and growing. My last fight was a big achievement. Not just for me, but for my team and for my gym. I was kind of the first homegrown fighter to win a British title from our gym. Glyn Rhodes, my trainer. He's trained British champions in the past, but I'm actually his. I started from 12, 13 years old, gone all the way through the amateurs, turned professional. So I'm the first homegrown one. So that's something that I'm very, very proud of. Hopefully, the first of many, champions as well from our gym. And like I said, we're getting to that point now where hopefully starting next year, there's some very big fights to be made. Some big platforms, and I've worked hard, but so has my team. So has my team. We've, like we always say, we're on a journey together. So Dennis Hobson and Fight Academy, and obviously Steve Crump. Working with Dennis. Them two have guided me right from the very start. And you've got Glyn Rhodes, Matt Mowat in the corner, and it's just we're a full team, and hopefully massive things to come. Yeah, very soon.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and it's going to be a right Christmas cracker on Friday.
Oh dear.
Yes, that's. I hope so, mate. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, let's finish this year with a bang. Yeah.
I love how you just let him get away with that absolutely awful Christmas joke. You were sitting there waiting on that one for a good 2 minutes.
Get it in there.
You know what? Have you noticed that if there's a boxing show at Christmas, they're always called like the same names, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Like Christmas cracker. To be fair, this show, which I hadn't heard before, it's called Seasons Beatings, which I thought was brilliant. And I hadn't actually heard that one before. But whenever there's like a Christmas show, It's always called like kind of a cheesy name, innit? But I
You've got
suppose
to.
that's what everyone. That's it. That's what everyone likes.
Definitely.
Talking of a season, what was it, a season beating? I'm going to have to ask you, Tommy, for a prediction for your fight on Friday. Obviously, I'm sure you're going to be predicting a win for yourself, but are you also hoping to maybe get an early stoppage as well?
Yeah, do you know what I always say? You know, no matter what, I'm just gonna get the win. But I'm feeling dangerous. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean?
That's what we
I've
want to
been
hear.
flying. Honestly, I've been flying in the gym. I've been flying in the gym, and as I always am. But I just really feel like I don't know whether I'm 28 now, and I've been pro 5 years, and I just think moving through the pros, I think kind of year by year, or maybe fight by fight, or every couple of fights, my style's like tweaking slightly, and I think I've kind of up to now I've shown like a full deck of cards of what I can do, but I think especially after the last fight, I think I am coming into my own, kind of creating my own style, and I'm big and I'm strong, for the weight, and I feel like the way I box, moving my head and coming forward. I think I can be even more entertaining, and I think, the last fight we're a little glimpse of that. But hopefully, like I said, I'm always in the gym, so I'm just going to keep working on that, and hopefully it comes out in my performances starting next Friday, because, it's one thing winning, but you want to give the fans something to get excited. And, when you're in there and you're landing good shots and you're making a miss, and like you can hear the crowd get excited, and that gets you excited. It's like it's a big buzz. So hopefully there's going to be plenty of that going on next Friday, and yeah, why not? Let's get him out of here. Yeah,
Well, we are looking forward. Yeah, we are looking forward to being part of that crowd as well. It's like an early Christmas present for us being there. So can't wait for it.
Yeah. It's going to be a good night. But, as always, you're welcome. At all the fights. Thanks for giving me another interview and catching up. And yeah, I'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, for sure. And the pleasure is all ours. Guys, make sure to head over and, to Tommy's Instagram, get those tickets for Friday. Tommy has promised a spectacular show. He's also maybe promised a knockout as well. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we shall see you on the next video. Cheers, Tommy.
Cheers, Tommy.
Nice one, boys. Thank you very much.